aya to mo de di wo o hamude di wo no ma da si abe ka nyamri ba da wo di wo aya o le baba wo di wo de o aya te ye mo de ra le da do abe ba da wo di wo ayo gege ne wo di wo le o Dede masa ema po, aya to de di wo. Aya du go na du eno ye, so ati de ye wo di wo. Ayo to de di wo. Ayo de baba wo di wo. Unu de yo de lu ta, aso du ado wo di wo che o. Hamude di wo. Ayo, mo si yan ka iwo ti gbon te o. Ayo, me de yo de ya ba. Ke aja wo ti gbon o. Ayo, ato de ti gbon o. Ayo be je le lu agbara de ti gbon o. Mo gbe bi ata de ya bo mo ji lo na mo ja we o. Hamude di wo. Lọ́jà. Ayo, anja de wo di wo.
Mama il est pour National President Franchise Association in America. I'll say on it. Yes I do, yes I do. And then you everywhere I know it I knew me a few yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I said, I sing away. More than okay. I say, I say now, the VP, I'll say, yes, I know, I say, oh, yeah, demand the mega. Your baggage, Zamamo, you are not the I say, oh, my damn black, if you believe the song, if we are down, yes, I know, yes, I know, yes, I know, I am quite poor. Il est pour again, yes, I know, I am quite poor. I know, I am quite poor. You talk peace to me. I am quite poor. Treasure, GGAA. I said, then you're never. I am quite poor. I'll say, hey, any are you out there? I am quite poor. I put il poor, say, I am quite poor. I am quite poor. You know what? Come on, they are away. One thousand, some are going to get as I want you to I want to say, Angwa magua kwa Alonso Tio. Au iye comfort da wa yino. Comfort flaito. Comfort wa blay. Comfort wa blay solo. Flay ya disa you comfort wa solo. Munao. Ganya onyo priwe. Akwa ki akwa no wati le. Au ile po ase no. Mami dambla wo mami flan you know ba nya ba wo you know ba da na so de son ba be ye my gribo si e ba ye mada ye boy you ba you know aya boy po yes I do kind yes I do aya boy po awa yeah aya boy po so le go e so le dambla so le aya boy po you know about come on the ambre aya boy po yo yaon de mable so le yaon de mable aya boy po so beja e baba bisa maso yo don brigade aya boy po oni bi anya e pete wa nya e mable aya boy po so beja mo we akwa lozo aya boy po how so beja boy yo ba yenyo ani anyu priwe Alonso ni Liberia me o eni ayisisi wo amene arrange $100 arrange silo petit jaji bala ni nyo weido get away outside those yabri ayo boyo yeah ayo boy Nyongwa matie, nekira poisewo. Ayo boipo, yeah, ayo boipo. Ineza matie lula, ayo boipo. Isa bobli debe, iye prince webla, oni panya, disa yi prince panya, wabli. Prince wabli, panya, disa yi mana.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of Sino here, coming your way this afternoon. Don't go away. Don't go away. Voice of Sino is coming to you. It's a brand new edition here this afternoon.
Audio Jungle.
Hey, hold on there and listen. The biggest online platform is back and we are ready. It's the Voice of Sino in the Diaspora, your one-stop for information, debate, and discovery. Join us every Thursday at 12 o'clock p.m. EST, 4 o'clock p.m. GMT, and 12 midnight in the Philippines, where power, progress, and the people take center stage. The program is with your host, DIASPORA Esoteric, the mouthpiece of the God, and your bread and co-host, Shadow Snare. They are bringing the heat, the truth, and the talk every single week with spotlight, sports, education, politics, and so much more. Listen and listen very well. The program features deep dives and critical analysis from Christian Tababo, Patrick Bolu, Sarah Ellis, Sam Walker, and Sagacious Success Barlow. Don't miss out. Catch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Just search Voice of Sino in the Diaspora. The program is every Thursday, and you know why? We bring the conversation to you. Voice of Sino in the Diaspora, where your voice matters. The Sino County District League is back. No pain, no gain. Get ready, Sino. The Sino District League is back. The official warm-up to Liberia's biggest and more prestigious football event. The National Counter Sport Meet is you once again. What do you expect? This isn't football. It's a festival of talent, passion, and unity across political, religious, and social lines. SINOE'S will gather to cheer the district, wave the flags, and dance to the rhyming of victory. The Sino Counter District League is back. No pain, no gain. Get ready, Sino. The Sino District League is back. The official warm-up to Liberia's biggest and more prestigious football event. The National Counter Sport Meet is you once again. What do you expect?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are around the world. Welcome back to another brand new edition of Voice of Sino in the Diaspora. All right, Patrick, let's get the ball rolling here. Let's get on camera. And the other crew members, they're going to join us shortly. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another brand new edition of your premier platform, Voice of Sino in the Diaspora, with Esoteric, Patrick, Shelley, Sarah, Tababo, Sagacious, and Sam Walker. So without further ado here, let me get Patrick on screen here so we can get the program going here for you. Hey, Patrick.
What's up, Esoteric? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you are doing well, and because I have been worried about you. I've been worried about you. The deputy CEO actually following your return from Philadelphia over the weekend, and I was so worried. But thank God you are doing well, and the rest of the folks are doing well as well.
Why were you worried?
Mom, well, there are reports of man fever, people coming down with some cold and sneezing, and stuff like that. So I thought you were also in such category. So,
okay,
but thank God
you're right. That's what I'm sounding at this. I'm under the weather as well. But we have an obligation to the people of Sino, and so we have to be here.
Great.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we want to say welcome to all of our viewers around the world. We want to say thank you this afternoon for joining us again for another fascinating discussion of Voice of Sino. Patrick, and hopefully other crew members, they're going to join us later to be part of the program. But it's another one. It's a jam-packed program. We have interesting talking points for you this afternoon. But Patrick, before we launch into the program here, let me see some of the comments here. Hey, Solo, welcome on board. The National Secretary of the USAA, Reverend Nathaniel Gatti, thanks for following us. And the rest of you that are following, want to say thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, Voice of Sino in the Diaspora is the name on YouTube. Just go there and subscribe as well. Okay, I see some people following from my devices here from YouTube. All right, and that we really do appreciate it. All right, Patrick, let us begin the program from this angle. I want us to do it this way. Let me play the quick video here first. All right, so Patrick, on the 15th of this month, a couple of days ago, was my mother's birthday. And so I just wanted us to start the show with a little recognition of I call the matriarch or the griot of the Apple land. So yeah, let's do that. Sarah is just joining us as well. So let me bring Sarah on when she gets settled down. Yes, Patrick, if you want to go first, do a shout out to my mother. She celebrated her birthday, and I'm excited for her to reach this milestone.
Oh yes, and indeed, I share birthday greetings for her on her birthday. There's something caught my attention, about her a few years ago. When I started to engage with the diaspora community, on social media, people started to follow me, comment on my posts, and react to what I do back home. She was one of few persons actually, very selflessly. I reached out to her in her bars. I spoke to her. Hi, Aunt, how you doing? Because her last name drew me to her anyway. Yeah. Hi, Aunt, how you doing? And we talked some positive, things. Yeah. And she was very impressed with the way I was conducting myself on social media as well too. Then I placed a call to her. She spoke to me nicely. She didn't mind. She didn't mind, the way many people can sometimes, want to know you better, who you are, what your intention of calling and all of that. And a very receptive mother, actually. And then since then, we have always interacted. We have always kept in touch with each other, and she has always played a mother role too in my activities. And I want to say to her, belated happy birthday to my Nancy. A good mother she is, and a proud mother she is, and let God keep strengthening her, giving her more life, and let her children keep doing more for her because she's not in old age now. Yeah, so we got her back, and actually we are out there for her and to ensure that she remains in good hands. Mother, belated happy birthday to you again, and may the fruit of your womb continue to flourish.
Patrick, thank you. Sarah, how are you? Welcome aboard. Long time.
Okay, so thank you. I'm doing great. Yes, it's been a while.
How is Greenville?
Greenville is good this hour, and we are all happy to be counted among the living.
All right, so we're doing a shout out to my mom. She celebrated her birthday on the 15th of this month. And so you do a shout out to her if you don't mind.
Okay, so happy birthday to you. I wish you a successful year. Let God guard and protect your entire family. Let your great grandparent children, you know, experience the love and joy of the life that he lived.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much. This is the mother of SARPO, the esoteric, the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors. When the ancestor, the bearer of the spokesperson of the ancestors celebrates her birthday, that's a big deal. But first, before I go on, I'd like to say thanks to all the viewers, all the commenters. When I posted, I last checked, the post has about 109 comments on it. And I want to say thank you to all of you that commented on it. But I like to share the post with you because that's what the ancestors inspired me to write for her on that day. And so I call this a traditional birthday tribute to my mother, Her Majesty Mother Nessie ZARZAR FUNNEBO, right? FUNNEBO. So I call the matriarch. The matriarch is the female leader in a land, in a tribal group. All right. She is called the matriarch. And I also call the griot. The griot is the bearer, is the storyteller of the land. So she knows, if you want to know any story of the SARPO people, that's somebody to talk to. So I call the matriarch and the griot of the SARPO people. All right. So I wrote on her birthday, I said, today we lift our voices in honor. Today we clap our hands and beat the drum. for a daughter of the soil, a mother of the land, a pillow among us, a living archive of the SARPO people. Mother Nessun Z Fanamo, you are the tree whose roots run deep, the fire that keeps the heart warm, the voice that carries the wisdom of our ancestors. You speak and generation listen. You remember and we learn. You walk and the path is cleared for those who follow. You carry our stories, not in books, but in your bones and brain cells, not in ink, but in spirit. On this sacred day of your birth, we say thank you. Thank you for holding us together, for keeping the names of our forebears alive, for being the strong hand and the soft heart. May the ancestors rise to greet you with sons. And may the spirits of the land bless your feet as you walk. May your days be long, your health abundant, your legacy eternal. Happy birthday, Mama. You are not just born, you are sent. Long live the matriarch. Long live the griot. That was the message the ancestor inspired me to write in celebration of the birth, the milestone of my mother. So, Mom, I love you. Thank you for giving me the coverage, the zest, the braveness, the bravado to say the truth to the powers that be, to tell the story of our people, to take the shyness away from our people when a SARPO man or a crime man comes, some people don't even want to speak their own language. And you give me that temerity to be bold and tell the stories of our people. I want to say thank you. Thanks for imbuing, for putting that wisdom in me. And I will continue to be the servant of the people because that's why you inspire me. You brought me on this earth to do. Happy birthday. We wish you many more happy returns, or if you like, plethora of years. All right, so Patrick, that's how I want us to begin the show today. Sarah, I'm happy to see you back after a brief, or should I say, protracted sabbatical, to be back on the platform to discuss Asano County, Liberia, and the diaspora. All right, now let's get to our first talking point here, if you don't mind. Patrick, you have been making some announcements for a while, so I just want us to begin with the inauguration of the president of the Graduate Association in Americas, and you are the press secretary. You follow the program from afar, and I was visibly in the building, capturing every moment, every second of that program, and I can tell you for sure, Patrick, it was wonderful. It was fantastic. Let's see what I got the border point here. So let's talk about Madam POAH inauguration first. So I call it cheers, or crowds, cheers, and critiques. POAH's inauguration reviewed. So let's review the inauguration. But before we go ahead, Patrick, let me play a video clip, not too long. So let's just play something brief here.
We are moving forward with God above and His side is leading the way for us. It is time for us to put away the bitterness and roll our sleeves. We are not talking about peace, unity, and transparency. We are talking about accomplishments, tangible, things that we can do. And yes, indeed, we can do them. We talk about building a multi-purpose park. When we talk over, we have so many challenges that we were faced with. No money in their account. The Grangians did it. Kudos to the mighty Jida woman. Mana Etokweje and her woman, the woman of Grangian, and also the co-chair, Mana Helena Moni, and our Midwest chairlady, Mana Mami Flan. These three beautiful ladies did, great. They really worked hard for us so badly to get us to where we are today. The Jida women are powerful. So when you hear about the multi-purpose park, it is important for us to be able to work together and see what we can do to build our park. In addition to that park, we also want to be able to build a GGAA center in the United States, and it is durable. With everyone on your support, we can do it. If you may ask, you know, it is okay to Fido, our guest speaker. She said to everything, you have positive side. So now that we have tried strength, okay?
Video is freezing. Something, I don't know if you're in or what.
Even though
the video is freezing.
Is it freezing?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, it's freezing.
You're going to live feed?
Yeah, I don't know the live feed freezing or the video you're playing, but it's freezing. Actually, it's not playing normally.
I think you're playing very well. I mean, I'm following the video here. Maybe that's a device a little bit slow.
It might be from your end, Mr. B.
Oh, okay.
Check your
Okay, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Joseph Burger device you have.
Oh, no. Okay. All right, thank you. It's okay, no problem. Go ahead.
All right.
Dear brother, Mr. Stanley Gay. May his soul rest in peace. You may have your seat. I call this name Mr. Gay. Can you imagine? Someone that was on the board of directors, national board, not local board. Today, we are here and he was laid to rest. But we all should have organized and, work together to be able to get him to be fit to funeral. But however, may his soul rest in peace. And we hope that, we don't want that to ever happen again for us. So, not to eat up our time, prejudice, the POAH administration, we consider ourselves.
All right, Patrick, that's a little bit of, it was a wonderful program, Madam POAH. The inauguration, it came out pretty good. It was well attended. As you can see from the video, that the massive hall, I mean, no space were in that building. So first, Patrick, before I normally like to give you guys the opportunity to go first. Sarah, what do you make? I know maybe you did not follow it too much, but I want you to go first. And what do you make of the inauguration of EDITH POAH? Sarah, go first.
So what I do observe is that the program was well organized. Everyone was in attendance and they were very attentive, making sure to do away with the issue of mixed information and disinformation from the program. So everyone was giving a listening ear to the president as she was, giving her speech, and also observing the movement of siding for the 40 hero from the organization. So, like we normally say, women are great leaders. Yeah, women are great leaders, and for that reason, we should also always give women the chance to lead in our organization. See how this particular program was well organized, and everyone were very attentive. So she's a great woman.
All right. Thank you, Sarah, for your contribution. Patrick,
yeah,
you the press secretary, man. What do you make of it? Go ahead.
So the program was an incredible success. Yes, it was a blast, and the success of the program, has confirmed to me that every time it is suggested, every time it is perceived that certain things can work, that certain things are not possible, that's when POAH's leadership show up more. Yeah, I remember several programs that were organized, that were planned. People predicted, they would not be successful because of because of a polarized community, or maybe because of a divided community. But every time she organized, a program from 2023 to now, it's always a success. And I want to say congratulations to the president, her vice president, the secretary general, national secretary, the treasurer, and the chaplain. And we look forward to 2025. And and another thing that I pick up from the program, not only that it was well attended, but I think it raised substantial amount of money as well too. The richest, should I say the richest crown woman, Eva Yumuti was there. I mean, she dished out a whopping $10,000, into the organization's accounts. That was so massive. Then you got other people donating. The guest speaker's message was well delivered. The message was well, resonating. And then you got other people. So all I can say in a nutshell, it was a well-planned, organized event, and it was a well-executed event. And we say kudos to the organizing committee, Madam President Myers, the former president of USAA, and her committee members, Madam Deborah Myers, the co-chair, Mira Soto, the secretary, and the rest of the folks there. And I want to give it up to them. And everybody that worked alongside the team to make the occasion a success, I want to say thanks to all of you and congratulations, for the massive, outcome of the program. On this side myself, I say thanks to myself too, because I was in Africa, but I was also there in America doing the work. Yeah.
Well, Patrick, thank you. Even though you didn't take me to, I brought the program to you live. Prince Double and other guys, you didn't take us, but it's okay. We can take that. All right. Patrick, like you well articulated the program, it came up pretty good. You see, I am the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors, right? When something will not turn all right, the elders and the ancestors, they will give me signal. Before the program, I called the president. I said, Madam President, how is the preparation? And she was a little bit, to use the word that you guys use a lot in Liberia, she was jittery, right? I said, Madam President, there is no need to jitter. There is no need to have any reservation because you have a couple of things that you have to look at. First, when you have a program that is chaired by the former president of the United SARPO Association in Americas, Frances Clark Myers. That woman is a miracle worker. She can make things happen. So by virtue of the fact that you put Frances Clark Myers in charge, rest assured, and you have Mother Subai, those great ladies, they are running. These are the people that run Pennsylvania or the whole tri-state region. These are the people that are spearheading the program. It's impossible for the program to fail. And besides yourself, EDITH herself is a human magnet. There is no way you see that woman and you don't gravitate toward her. She's very friendly. She's very humble. So there is no way that you can plan something, your inauguration, and it will not come or go. And despite this scheme, despite all the different planning to undermine the process, unfortunately, by some of our brothers and sisters, that the inauguration was planned long before, unfortunately, our brother passed away, so the day was selected for the program. But some of our people in the community, they relish, they love confusion to the point where they would do anything just to polarize the community. So the day that was already selected for the inauguration of President EDITH, these people went and put the burial of the man on the same day. For number one, they don't want the president to be part of it. It's a scheme just so that they can make her to look bad. And this is God that was in favor of the woman, but they put the president in an awkward position. But that's the mind of divisive people. Our brother that passed away gay, wherever he is, he's happy. You know why? Because either POAH administration will do something or is doing something for Grand Gillette County. Because the guy was supporting EDITH. Why? Because EDITH administration is catering to our mothers and fathers, our children in Grand Gillette that are abandoned, So the guy is happy wherever he is. So whatever strategy, whatever thing that people were doing to make the program to be poor, so that we would not generate money to do something for our people. The spirit of Mr. Gay contradicted the people. The man came, he came through the ancestors, and he said, my daughter, you mean well. That program will be well attended. So his spirit was there. So all the things the people were doing. So like you indicated, Patrick, you bought it. The woman wanted to get actually $50,000. But the people there, those came out, they did someone at juju, and the woman reduced it to 10 grand. But that's still a lot of money. She did good. So $10,000 cash. She did that. And the whole community, you have the president of the Liberian Association of Pennsylvania, Manasiyande Kofa, her vice president, Patrick, an array of community leaders, they came out to that program. I can't go all through all the details, but from the beginning of the program, from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Patrick, the program, it was awesome. So we want to say congratulations to Mana EDITH POAH and the team. Our next convention, Patrick, is coming in my state, Maryland. And I will beat all those states. Then they've been having all the convention. Maryland, you'll see the difference. We're doing something different here. As a matter of fact, I'm finding a way to run so I can remove the president out here, so I can be the president of the Maryland chapter of Grand Judges Association. But joke aside, next convention is coming here. Yes, the president has 3 years in power to do stuff for our people. She got our full support. Again, to the team, Chris, DJ Chris, the Secretary General, Nyanwule, thank you for everybody that came with us. We want to say thank you so much. Our campaign chairman was there. The guy did well, man, brought the woman to power. So, guys, that's just a little bit of the program. We can't spend too much time on it. And
just 3 seconds quick. There's something that happened.
Go ahead.
Something that happened, and that was a blessing to Madam POAH. Madam POAH carries a heart of gold and purity for people. Even those who don't love her, she shows them love. And at the timing of the program, my man, I saw 2 great presidents' names surfacing on the contribution list. Mr. James Yubote and Mr. Augustine Meye. They said before Madam POAH, but in the last election, they were on the opposite extreme. And but when I saw their names, I said, yes, we got this one. And indeed, they put agenda, they put effect is that it is indeed working. And I must say kudos to them for coming on board, kudos to everybody that came on. And I want to say I apologize for now thanking Prince Double, the GCNN, and you and the rest of the young people who show up to give support to Madam POAH and the rest of the team. Again, DC Metro is 2026 May. Please start booking your ticket and start paying your money, because it will be a blast again. Hopefully, I will be there in part.
Hopefully, you'll be happy to participate. All right. While we are talking about EDITH POAH, I want to exhaust EDITH POAH before we go to another thing. So let's just do one more talking point here. For Mana EDITH POAH. You see, Patrick, when something is done over plus, I don't care how nice you are, you'll get out of your shell. If you listen to the president name, EDITH POAH. You know what means, Patrick? You know what that means? The woman is a warrior. English people call it Amazon. Amazon is female warrior. That's what Amazon means. So the warrior came out a little bit. The people been talking, and the warrior, the strong person is not always the person that shows up, right? The strong one is the one that relaxes and then don't watch. Those lazy people, they show their muscle, they flex their muscle, they don't be watching. So the lioness of Judah Mountain came up a little bit. She said, "You'll give me a chance." They almost say, "You know what? Kolo are ready for them." I said, damn it. The lioness is coming on. So, Patrick, let me play that video, and then we'll talk about the president a little bit here, and we'll go to the next one. But the president said she's ready for battle, Patrick. It's unusual for Mana EDITH POAH to fire back. I know I've been working with a woman from Blessed Children Foundation up to where she is right now. I've never seen her before, so the woman fires back at the critic. She said, "Y'all bring it on. Y'all bring it on. I'm ready for battle." Patrick, what is going on before I even play that video, man? For the president to say, "Y'all bring it on." What is running through the president's mind here, man?
Okay, the video coming on now?
No, I'll play the doc. I'll play the video shortly.
Okay. So you know, when you are a leader, you have limitations. Yes, when you're in a driver's seat, especially with the agenda, peace, unity, and transparency, sometimes you don't fire back all the time. But trust me, Madam President is a firing iron lady. But because she's the leader, she must exemplify the portfolio she hosts. So normally she gives deaf ears to most of the things that people say or somebody undermining that go on. No, she doesn't talk. And most times, even if she wants to talk, who will say, "No, Mama, you got to calm down." But indeed, one thing she teaches people who work with her, self-assurance is one thing I have learned from POAH. Self-assurance, self-believing, optimism. Don't be pessimistic about things that you think you want to do and how you can do it. She has taught a whole lot, some moral lessons that people can use in leadership. And I think, as she said, bring it up, she means it. Bring it up. And let's see who wins. Let's see who wins, or let's see who runs away, or let's see who is dislodged. Indeed, she never backs back. She never backs down, and she's a firing iron lady and a female warrior. What you know what Tayo means? You know what that?
No.
Tayo, Tayo means the warrior woman. The warrior woman.
Dr. Sarah, you are. I want to get a female perspective here. Why I say that? This woman who is always calm. I mean, people will say, I can remember during the campaign when the rhetoric criticized her, oh, she took money. I mean, they will make all sort of pictures, and pour on the bag, carry back of money, and all the different things. She didn't get angry. Why I say at this point, Sarah, from a female perspective, the president is firing back. They must say, I'm rolling my sleeves to confront the critics. It is about time that I bring out the warrior. Sarah, let me hear you from a female perspective. What's going on here? Man, the poor, the calm lady. And the woman said, let me speak out this time around. Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, people who are very easygoing, there are people who are very difficult when it comes to the issue of making decisions. Those who are very easy, when they make decision, they stand by it. And there are also people who have to leave things. So that's why you see them normally, they don't involve into too much talking, because when they make their decision, they stand by that decision. So, too many of everything, too much of everything can sometimes push the person to do or to say what they are not supposed to say. So as a lady, she was like, taking all the insult, but reaching to a point, she couldn't allow it slide because her character involved, her family involved, her children involved. So she has to respond to protect her integrity, to protect her children, to save them from public disgrace. So, when it comes to the issue of politics, the propagandists normally lied against people. There where they come in with the issue of malinformation or malpractice. So because they want to tarnish you, they want to bring you down, they will do everything possible to make sure that you are down. And that's one of the things I love about Grace Colin Bremer from SINO as well. During the 2023 election, there was a lot of things that were said about her, and she came back on air to fire back at those people who lie against her. There were a lot of mixed information about her, that she was doing this, she involved into this, and she using those children to get money for herself. And so she couldn't sit back and watch someone to tarnish her reputation, character she built over years, only because of a political reason. And she responded to them, and they found out and they say that group of people were the one crying all around saying, oh, she was lying on them. So at least I think the president, endured many insult or many lies against her life, and she just have that, she have to come back and protect herself. So she was doing self-defense. So
Okay,
don't
let's play
yeah,
the
yeah.
video. Let's play the video here so we can get further reaction. Let's listen to, the warrior woman, the Amazon. After the woman brought the arsenal out, let's listen to her.
But you want us to cancel event to help people pretend that's how you want, and you're showing something. You're seeing nothing that can have ready for you, polo.
Woman, she said, "I rally for you, kolo." The most spoke like raw Liberian English. I rally for you, kolo. I play again.
But you want us to cancel event to help people pretend that's how you want, and you're showing something. You're seeing nothing that can have ready for you, polo. Don't you talk?
Yes. Let them talk. Let them
But
talk.
don't you say it again. Let me talk to my man. They buried my brother. They buried him. They buried Satan. Who will talk for Satan now? If I can talk for him, who will talk for him? If I can talk for Satan, who will talk for Satan?
Record this thing, and we need to record it. Record it to send it to the president.
So what do you want me to do? Out of Facebook or recording? Because I was recording yesterday on Facebook. I know my job.
Y'all serious? He campaigned for me 2019. I'm not looking. He did this. But look at you now. You took away something from this man to please yourself. I will stand up in the way of anybody who want to do that. If you don't turn up, I'm a person who can fight a good cause. In the case of standing here, we will make sure that doesn't happen anymore. To please yourselves. You want to please yourself, you want to use somebody else? You want to please yourselves? But I tell you things to this great team. I don't want to say anything. People are going to say all kinds of things about me. But this one, I will fight for Satan.
Don't let it go.
God made it possible for you. Your text.
Patrick, yes, the president's telling you, people have been saying a lot of things about me. But this one, I will not shove it under the rug. I will stand up. If nobody speaks for Stanley, who's going to be the defender? She says she is ready, but the thing is, the president did not call name, but she says she is ready to fight. Okay, but there's a little contradiction here, though. The mantra for the team is peace, unity, and transparency. So when the queen, the leader, the head of the community, is now rolling up her sleeves for battle, what happens to peace, unity, and transparency? What is happening? The union is going to break apart because the president is ready for battle.
No. Leadership comes with discipline. If you are a leader, you have an obligation to set some moral standards that they can follow. And remember the biblical adage that says, spare the rod, spoil the child. So an absolute silence on misconceptions could assume or could mean truth in certain ways. So what she was doing, she was not breaking down the bridges she has built. No, she was not trying to build walls here. what she was trying to do was to just sharpen, you know, dispel, debunk, demystify some of the negative propaganda that have kept the community down, some of the negative perceptions, you know, the polarization of the community, people exploiting the community, you know, at their own advantage, but at the detriment of the people that are supposed to benefit. So everything she was trying to you know, to let out was just about debunking, demystifying, and, you know, repealing some of the things that have been said, some of the things that have the proclivity to hold the community back. Remember, from 2023 to now, it has taken more than 2 years of sacrifices. And POAH takes 2 days off to ensure time for the organization. All right, 2 days off from work in America just to put in time for, you know, for the organization that pays you nothing. That alone is a big sacrifice. In spite of that, there are people who still don't appreciate, there are people who still don't feel grateful for what she does, but still here come, you know, with small talking, you know, that undermine the administration. So at least once in a while, she just, you know, chose to come out to say, you know what, enough is enough. It is time to sharpen the contradictions. It is time to dot the I's, to cross the T's, debunk every lie that has been told, demystify every fabrication that have been, you know, still out there, every disinformation and misinformation about my administration, my character, and myself, you know, and everything. So I think what she has been doing so far is nothing like breaking down bridges. She has just been solidifying, you know, casting more concrete on the bridges to make them solid, so that people can understand that yes, indeed, she is not a coward on the boss.
Okay, Sarah. Okay. Do you agree? I mean, Patrick made a key point. You say, as a leader, at some point you must issue some disciplinary action against your followers. It looks like some of the members, some of the followers, they are off, and the president tried to issue corrective measure. Is that how you see it? Or this move by the president, it has the propensity to polarize the community? What do you make of it? I got a view on it, but I want to get your take. Go ahead.
Okay, so when we look at the issue of psychology, we talk about human behavior. So with the statement made by her, other people will feel offended, and then they will try, or they will misinterpret the entire statement. Some of them will try to split the organization. Some of them will say they don't want to work with her. But in every institution or in every organization, there should be a boundary between a leader and the follower. Even though a good leadership style talk about the issue of participatory, a participatory leadership style is very good, because they are where the citizens come together, or they are where the stakeholders come together. They listen to each other, take each other view, and make a great decision for the entire citizen. But mind you, as a leader, you should know the line, you should know your boundary. There are other areas you will not step your foot in, because if you do that, there will be no respect to you as a leader. Your subject will see you like you all are one, and some of them will take that advantage against your leadership. And so what I know, or what I do observe from that, is she was trying to talk to them as a leader, giving a strong warning that there is a boundary between the leadership and the citizen. There is a boundary between the leader and the people that he or she lead. There should always be a boundary, and people should always respect that boundary, because no one will like to be disrespected as a leader. No one will accept that. So people should always know their boundary. A leader will be friendly with you, they will laugh with you, they will do everything with you. But you should also know your limitation as a citizen. That other places you are not allowed to go. So I think she was playing a leadership role. That people should know their boundaries.
Okay, all right. Prince, text me your email and I will send you the link. All right. So
Okay.
Sarah, you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Let me react to some of these comments that are coming in here first. So McCarvin said, as president of our community, responding to naysayers is not expedient. That's McCarvin first comment. The second one, when they go low as a leader, you go high. Fire for fire is never the way forward. Well, I don't know whether I necessarily agree with that, right? You got to take situation at a time. You don't take, say, for example, let's take the example of Hitler. Hitler was going around on a rampage and conquering. Should we use Martin Luther King's method and say, and put our hands on, we want love? And if you do that, Hitler will massacre you, right? So at a certain point, you need fire for fire. So it depends the situation. At a certain time, you use military means to achieve peace because certain threat, they need military action. All right. So it's situational. It's not always to go. When somebody goes low, then you go high. Sometimes you come to the person level and say, you know what, I can speak your language as well. All right. To send that person your strong message. And also how I see the president. If there's something she does all the time, then I'll say, you know what? So when I'm president, you got to scale back. But at a certain point, as a leader, at work, while you think so now, the supervisor will write you up or they will give you a verbal. Or sometimes, depending on the gravity of your action, they even fire you. You got to take something, like Sarah was talking about human behavior, psychology. Human behavior, there's a reason why law was put in place. Because with no law, human being will do anything. So the law will say, no, you can't speed over certain, the limit we put here is, the speed limit is 60. You go above that, will punish you. Otherwise, if you don't put any punishment there, human being will do anything. So either poor, they say enough is enough. At a certain point, you got to straighten your backs to the people. All right? You got to tell the people, you know what? I'm a warrior. I'm not a coward. I can go and stay in front of the United Nations building and challenge the people. Okay? So I'm not somebody to just play with. Don't be because we want to keep the community together. So that you think we're going to continue to kowtow and genuflect and bend down to you? No. That's what. So as a leader, you don't always bend over. Even your man Jesus, you know what he did in the Bible? He fought. The man went in the church and turned everything over. Okay? That's sometimes you can't be soft all the time. That's a leadership. Does not mean you should always roll over, telling people walk on you. No. You at certain time you let Jesus, you turn the whole table upside down. Or you be like your man Muhammad, you wage war. That's leadership sometimes. You got to tell the people. So they kind of like Martin Luther King approach, we shall overcome 10 the other cheek, they Jesus approach 10 the other cheek, and the people slap you and they say 10 the other one again. No, you tell the person, you know what, I'm in charge here. You don't always tell the other cheek around for people to be slapping you. So when I eat a poor, stand up. Straighten on your back like Dr. King said. When the warriors straighten on their back, nobody can round your back. You have to bend your back before somebody rocks on it. You got to straighten up sometimes. They come out to you and we shall overcome, and then you kneel down in front of people. No, that's not the mind of the warrior. The mind of the warrior is to stand up to people that the bullies that are consistently trying to divide the community, and they scheme, they plan, and they do all sorts of different things. They know that the convention was planned for this, for the day it was set up for, it was celebrated. And unfortunately, our brother passed away, and they want to use that same day just because they want to put the community apart. But I'm with you on this one. Stand up to the people. If you need the support of the elders and the ancestor spokesperson, I'm here to support you. Enough is enough. Stop bending over to these people. The people polarize the community 24/7, and they want a woman to be backing. We don't want telltale. We finna get this second tell already. We're going to make sure that we accomplish the mission. Anybody who stands in our way right now, we're going to demolish you. No, they Jesus thing here. No, that Jesus thing will come. We don't tell any cheat here, but all the way. Show the people that you are a warrior. Show the people when they were running away during the war, you stood up. All right? You stood up for our people. You the only person that went to the executive mansion and spoke while the men and women were scared. You went to Ellen Justice Ali. You spoke to her like a woman. You are a warrior. Don't bend over all the time. You see, I taught my daughters, my sons, be homo. But don't let somebody else's work on you. No, don't allow that. There comes a time that a man or woman must stand up, especially as a leader. You must issue disciplinary action at times. Not all the time, but sometimes when it's necessary, you issue it. That's a good move, EDITH POAH. Stand up. More so on your side. That's when my cabinet talking is Bishop Obama say when they go low. No, not all the time you go low, you go high. No. When you get people that are bent on confusion, you don't go high. They don't understand that language. They understand the language of what they understand. The level they're on, you meet them at that level. Don't always go high. You can only go high when the person you are facing is intelligent. But when you get people that are bent on confusion 24/7, you meet them at that level. You decimate them. That's all you do. Bend down to them all the time. So let me see some of the comments that are coming. We need a warrior. We have selected one, but we need a sober, diplomatic, and resolute leader, such was why we selected Madam POAH. But she is still diplomatic. She is still sober. A sober leader, a diplomatic leader can still stand up to bullies. McCarvey, I agree with you. We selected her, and not to cause chaos, but you still have to stand up to people that are problematic in the community. No, we don't want pseudo peace to the point where we don't even tell people the truth, because you want peace to the extent where you don't want to say the truth to the people. You have to speak up and tell the people, you know what, I am not a punk. Tell the people, So guys, that's how I see you. Let's go to the next topic here. So at this position, we seek to follow the divine,
Oh, you're not forgetting, there is no LEC in Sino.
All right, I know. Let me not forget. Yeah. So I understand. Saying you get LEC right now. Let's move on to the next topic here. But that's how I see a patriot. I think a president should not be soft. You have to be a lion and a dove at the same time. The president has been a dove for a very long time. She's a dove. She has been calm. She has been placid. She has been tranquil. At a certain time, you have to bring the lioness out. The lioness has to come out. And I like the fact that it came out eventually. She told that man while trying to stop on stage. She said, no. It is time to speak. It is time to stand up to police, to polarizers, to confusionists. Let me stand up to the people some more. The leader has to do that sometimes. All right. So let's move on to the next. We'll engage with the comments later. Saying Sarah LEC is good right now. Let's move on to the next level. Let's move on to what I want to call. I think Sarah, saying you are in Sino County, that deal with this. Your senator lately has been all over in Sino County. Senator Augustine CHEA. So I call the catch for class. Senator CHEA's 2.2 million scholarship fund. Okay, the major launched a 2.2 million Liberian dollars scholarship funds or program, and you've been following that. So let me play a quick video of the senator, and then we can have a discussion on it. and we'll move on to the next thing here. But there's a short video for the senator here.
At the other level, all right? So we are providing $2.2 million to the schools in Greenville so that we can help those parents who can find it difficult to get their children registered. Walk up for him. And so you have your portion there as a school, all right? But the other thing I'm doing, in addition to the scholarship, is that besides the scholarship, I'm providing playground equipment for some of the schools, all right? You know about that, right? You see some of them, right? Yeah. You go to demonstration, you see it. You want some? Yeah. So you get scholarship, not everybody, some of you will get, not everybody, some people will get, all right? All right? Okay? Some of you will get, so that you will not pay tuition. Those of you whose parents are finding it difficult to register you, will try to help with that, all right? And in addition to that, to add to that, I will provide you a set, okay, of playground equipment, just as you see at demonstration school and other schools.
All right, that was our Senator Augustine CHEA. Sarah, what's your take?
Thank you very much. The senator over the past time, since we entered 2025, we had been, carry on activity, especially social responsibility of a legislator in Sino. First, he dedicated building, some which is schools, administrative buildings, guest houses, in other part of Sino, and this time around having to be a scholarship scheme for the young people of Sino, which is the student. And so we want to applaud him for that because there are other parents who are unable now to pay the tuition or the school fees for their children due to the economic system that we find ourselves in. Right now, things are very difficult in Sino and sure Liberia as a whole. So coming to the aid of many parents by bringing 2.2 million Liberian data to help the parents in paying school fees for their children, we should applaud him for that. That's one of the reasons, even though they have three cardinal functions, but you cannot leave out the social aspect. And mostly in our society nowadays, people value the social aspect of a lawmaker compared to the three cardinal function. So they look at the social aspect, which is doing your own initiative, your own development and other things, your self-development instead of waiting for government to come in before you do that.
Sarah, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay,
So
you done?
yeah, I'm done for now.
All right. I kind of doing something back here that's about Patrick.
Yeah. So
What do you make of the 2.2 million that was rolled out by the senator Osado County?
so just on a personal note, just as an act of personal benevolence, I must say thank you to the senator. Just personally, not politically, not legislatively, and not in terms of leadership as what is expected of a senator. Now, every time a senator dedicates, and this is something for CHEA across the country, every time a senator or a representative dedicates a toilet, a school, a clinic, or whatever it is, whenever a senator or lawmaker does that, he puts Liberia's democratic credentials 10 steps back. So if 30 senators dedicate any structure, I mean, each senator sends Liberia's credentials democratically back 10 times. And what this does is it breeds, it solidifies, and it systemizes, political corruption. When you shall have left power, who pays the school fees? That's the question the senators, the representatives don't ask themselves. When you do these things personally, who takes over for you? So what it takes, for example, for the senators, the representatives, to pass a simple austerity bill or a simple austerity measure to say, you know what, give every community college, give every public high school, give it $1 million, or give it $500,000 for what? For scholarship for students. What it takes to do that? I mean, just simple law. It doesn't take anything, just law. If you give all the schools in the school system, if you put 500,000 in the budget for the school system for scholarship, what it does is there. It's a system. Anybody that I don't have to praise Councillor CHEA to go benefit. I don't have to praise Oloquia to go benefit. I don't have to praise anybody. Once my merit, my competence, my desire to go to school, once it is met, once I can meet the requirements of the scholarship standard, I can benefit. But this thing our leaders do from 2006 to present today, that's what Liberia is not going anywhere. That the leaders choose the path of self-glorification rather than legislative glorification, it makes it wrong. And I will encourage the leaders, as much as they are trying personally to do things for the people, at least let them try to put some bills on the floor to address the issue of education, healthcare. What happens if you put money in the budget for the various hospitals or for people who may not be able to get treatment in Liberia to be flown abroad? What if you make a law that government, anybody for certain conditions that cannot be treated in Liberia, can the government provide money to that patient to go fly abroad for that treatment? Can there be a law? Can there be a law that says every community college as a means of budgetary allotment for scholarship, or every university in this country, public university, should receive certain amount of money so that students who come out of high school automatically can just enroll without looking for school fees all over the place? Can there be a law that provides housing facilities or accommodation for struggling students? These are things when they are done, that when they are done, will reduce the issue of political praise sinking, dependency on politicians. Go to every lawmaker house in the morning, people sit down, line up like they go, in refugee camp, they go bed in the afternoon, they bed. It's just so too much, my brother. Yeah, go ahead.
But Patrick, you called the brother, the host of CNN, Prince Double, to join us. So, Mr. Double, welcome to Voice of Sino. How are you? Yeah, you're on mute. Your audio is not coming up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How you doing, people? Patrick.
Yeah, great. So I think.
Welcome my friend first, man. What's up?
Yeah, so we were talking about MATRIARCH coming out, and I saw the video on your page, so I just thought to make it out of the program, part of the program today. Maybe you have an opinion or expertise because you are the master of GDA politics, both Liberia and the diaspora. So, would you mind to opine on the statement of the president?
Yeah, thank you. You want to play a little bit?
Sure, definitely. I can play that. Let's see. Let's get to the president here.
But you want us to cancel event to help people pretend that's how you want? and you're showing some, you're not going to have ready for your polo. Don't you talk?
The president says you ready.
What is Kolo? Eyeball to eyeball.
Yeah.
The president fired back. I talked to the president after I saw the video. I played that video for like 5 times. Then I placed a call to the president. I know that's my first time hearing her talking like that, you know.
Right.
So I said, what's going on, Madam President? This video is harsh. And the president is tired. But people kept coming at her, and she had to take. What got to her was the standing thing with the politics in Stanley's death. She never expected our people to do that. So she got to fire back and tell the people, look, you can't keep destroying this community. You can't keep doing that. People got to stop. So sometimes it's good for people to fire back, and then everybody go and get settled down, and then they're gonna move on. But when one person keep hitting, and then there's a video that is going on, and at that funeral, I'm trying to get that video and play the video. That's what they don't like about me. I play things that people can stop. People who are in the habit of doing those things, they can see it and then hear it. The names are out there, and then they can stop doing those things. They were saying all kind of mean things about the president, all kind of stuff that I don't want to say here. When I play the video and crop it and play it up, I will send a piece of it to you in back so you can hear it. But you don't go to funeral and talk about people like that, you know, gossip and all this stuff. So our job is to make people stop doing those things. And this, you in the community, this whole thing was politicized. When I bring politics in someone's death to certify your selfish aim, your goals. So I think that's what the president talked about, because we all saw the politics in the thing. We saw the people who play the politics. We know the people. We shamed them. We called their names. They came out and insulted, but we still going to say what we got to say to stop our community, to get the community moving forward. We got to keep shaming people and keep telling people what they're doing is wrong and they need to stop. The president went to North Dakota after the negotiation to change the date and agree on a different dates. They didn't work. It didn't go through. The president went to North Dakota, sat with the family. Like me, I went to North Dakota to sat with the family. The man's family, I sat with the man's family. I sat with them. The president also did it. So we got to move on with it. We got to move this community forward, man. We can't keep doing what people come here, talk this. And so the president, to me, I think she was tired. Zahia put it. She just struck back and going all over the place. Yeah, she hit back.
So Prince, do you think
the person gonna hit you, man?
Prince, so do you think the president hitting back was justified?
It's kind of justified, especially when they're trying to bring someone's death or brothers die. I mean, the thing was just everything was politics from the beginning to the end. And they're trying to compare crowds. Who got the funeral crowd plenty? A lot of people to the funeral, and they got the convention. I mean, they're not going to. Why go crowd people do those things? So the president was tired. The president like Trump, that even when you hit Trump won't hit you back. The president got to hit back. So she was tired and she hit back. That's all.
So, but Prince, did I hear you? You said the president, including yourself, you went to the family to see whether they could change the date, and they remain adamant.
No, I went. I think the president had a meeting with the family to change the date, but after it didn't work out, she visited the mat.
Okay.
I went there. I went on the mat. I went to North Dakota. You know, that was a visit one that I had with. I flew to Minneapolis. I rented a car from Minneapolis. I drove to South Dakota. The FUNNEBO people program in South Dakota. It was on a Saturday. I slept in that place. The next morning on a Sunday, I went to North Dakota and sat with the people on the mat. That evening, I got to drive back to Minneapolis because my flight was the next Monday. So it was just like a lot of driving for me. But I had to go to this brother. You know, Staniff, man. You need a man. He was a happy guy who comes on everywhere he went. The guy, he was our oldest brother. But when he come in our group, the 70th group, he roll with us. He go in the 60th group. He even go in the 50th group. He roll with the people. Our older papi and grandpapi didn't roll with him. That was the kind of man. And they put politics in the man death. So like the president
I try to make sense though. Something you also say I try to make sense of it. Why compare a funeral crowd and an inaugural? Why compare the two things that are totally not the same? Why compare them? Why are people do these things?
It's politics. Everything. They put politics in everything, dude. They want to undermine themselves. How can you undermine yourself? You undermine Edith. You're not undermining Edith. You undermine yourself. You want to lead this community one day. Edith not going to be president forever. She's going to go. There were people before Edith. So you want to undermine the organization. All the things that I'm seeing them doing here, they undermine the organization. And the one person who is in your I told them that's Fred Guion. It's Fred Guion who is the real mastermind behind this thing. His goal is to split the community.
But he did already though. So what else? How else?
He's trying to go deeper. Like you cut the cake or you cut the pie, and there's a piece there you want to split it out and cut it out good. That's what you want to do. Can you imagine? We had an election in May, and they got it that way on the side, GGAA, and they want to collaborate with Amwenu Otabia's group. What's that?
Wow.
But what's the eviction thing? It's gonna confuse some more sometimes, and we just look at it and say, "What's going on here?" But anyway, that's it. The president got angry. She got tired. She spoke the way she spoke. Some people say, "Oh, she shouldn't have done that." But you said who's saying that the president shouldn't have done that? What the things that were said that made the president angry? Those are things that you got to address. You don't want to respect your president when the president fire back, then you get angry. You make that to make sense to me. You want to sit in a crowd in an open area, and you want to say things about the president. But when the president is this thing that someone going live, and the president want to hear it, tips are all over the place. The president priority, she got angry with the president, and the president. Oh, you see when things are not right when we talk it, then they say, "Oh, you sign with this person, and you're not signing with your heredity. You're not signing." I don't do those things. Heredity, I don't do those things. My heredity, you not do something good. I'll tell you, man, you gotta straighten yourself, speak. I'll put you outside. I gotta put a news out for people. Yeah, I can be harsh on other people on the heredities. Then when my own time come, then I'm not harsh on it. Then I'll be a hypocrite, man, bro.
So Prince, we got something in common. Like there were some people doing the SARPO raped as well. They told me to come to Grand Jida. They say they got divided our community. Or you come for it. Crap people, you come for your son. You got it. When they do this stuff, they don't want you to talk about it, right? When you talk about it,
don't talk about it. Yeah, just leave it. Don't talk about it. Let it get away with the will, and let it go. Let it move on. And bro, the war is moving ahead, man. It's evolving, man. We can't keep putting our brains in one little basket. We gotta open it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And move our community forward, man.
All right, Prince. Thanks for coming out, man.
Watch out tomorrow for the Floyd George interview, man.
I'll follow it closely. I'll follow the advertisement.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you, Patrick. Right, man. We'll talk, man. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So I mean, let us not go back anyway. We have already understood the whole thing.
Right.
So to conclude my thoughts on this, on the thing the senators and representatives are doing in leadership, I mean, they were simply elected to make good laws that transform the people's lives. Good laws that impact positively the people's lives. So if the issue of scholarship is a problem or education is a problem, just put a bill on the floor and say, let's give each community college 100,000 for scholarship annually. 100,000 US dollar, I think that is more than $2.2 million. Yeah, yes. 100,000 USD will be more than $2.2 million. So you can put 100,000 in each county. That's 15 counties. I think that money can sustain scholarship. You can put money in the budget for other social services in the counties, for healthcare, for every other thing. But every time the leaders themselves say, well, we are doing it personally, the question remains, when they shall have left power, who does those things for them? God, all people will not be the same. And that way I want to stop.
All right, Patrick, thank you. But yeah, it's my thought. But before I do that, let me share this with us. Let me share this. Okay. Patrick, this is the Liberian Constitution. There's something I want to share here so we can see it. You know, Mr. CHEA is a lawyer. He always, referring to the law. Hopefully it's the same thing. Let's look at Article 6 of the Liberian Constitution. They say the Republic shall, because of the vital role assigned to the individual citizen under this Constitution for the social, economic, and political well-being of Liberia, provide equal access to educational opportunities and facilities for all citizens to the extent of available resources. I mean, this copy is the language is a little different from what I have here. I think, but this is there's a word in this one that I like. I wish that one had it. But here, the same Article 6 of the Constitution, right? I want to read it here. They say the Republic shall, because of the vital role assigned to the individual citizen, the vital role assigned to individual citizen under this Constitution for the social, economic, and political well-being of Liberia, provide equal access to educational opportunities and facilities for all citizens to the extent of available resources. Okay, now I think it's the same thing. Let me go back to that place, to the same article. So this is where I want to play the emphasis. All right, so I'll read that again. It's here. The Republic shall, because of the vital role assigned to the individual citizen under this Constitution for the social, economic, and political well-being of Liberia, provide equal access to educational opportunities and facilities for all citizens to the extent of available resources. Emphasis shall be placed on the mass education of the Liberian people. Okay, so and went on. Let me read that sentence. It's very important. The emphasis shall be placed on the mass education of the Liberian people and the elimination of illiteracy. Okay, that's what the language said. Elimination of illiteracy. Patrick, if you study philosophy, there is a philosopher called Jeremy Bentham. And Jeremy Bentham has a philosophy called utilitarianism. And utilitarianism, to summarize it, normally it's called the greater good for the greater number. That's the philosophy of Jeremy Bentham. The greater good for the greater number. Okay, we have our senator who is doing the greater good for the least. Even though the Constitution is talking about mass education of the people and the elimination of illiteracy. So when he went to few schools, it's not even the majority. Few people, few students. The man is giving scholarship to few students. And he is not enforcing the Article 6 of the Liberian Constitution, which talks about mass education of the people. Mass, the word mass is the key word in that sentence or in that clause. The people should be, you see, Jowea policy, which made education free. that was in line with the Constitution, a mass education. Because if you want the people to get educated and to eliminate illiteracy, then you have to make education free across the country. All right? That's what, like you rightly said, that what CHEA and the other guys is supposed to be doing, to make sure that those public schools got quality in them, okay? They put quality in those schools, and let all the people have access to free quality education. But the idea of senators or lawmakers, even though the same people will tell us the government does not have money, but the same people will take, all of a sudden they will have $2.2 million. This senator, this man, before he came to power, he never gained about his scholarship before. But all of a sudden, Senator CHEA now, before I think a couple of months ago, he carried a bundle of money around and distributed it among the people. Then the fundamental question becomes, where is Senator CHEA taking money from all of a sudden and dividing a bundle of money all over the place and now giving 2.2 million out there for scholarship? And it's not touching majority of the people. It's just a minute portion of the population. Why is it that a man who was always preaching the law is not following our law book, Senator CHEA? Why is he not following the Constitution for the mass education of the people? And he is doing what we call political charity. The political humanitarianism. Go and give few persons here and there scholarship. He started the same scholarship scheme before. If you listen to one of his speeches when you are going around, he said they started it before and it failed. So they're doing something different now. Okay, why is it that it failed then and it want to work now? All right. So, Patrick, Sino County, Liberia as a whole, we are in a leadership crisis. These people, they don't love their country. Because if you love your country, you will implement policy that will enforce the Constitution, the mass education, elimination of poverty or illiteracy according to your Constitution. But you know what, Patrick? These guys don't want to eliminate illiteracy. You know why? Because that's what they subsist on. That's how they survive. They survive on the ignorance of the people. You know what somebody said one time? He said the ignorance of the people is the power of the oppressor. CHEA then, the ignorance of the people is their power. So they do educational or political tokenism. They give few person scholarship here and there. And the mass of the people are illiterate. Even though the law says eliminate. They didn't say reduce. It didn't say minify. It didn't say eliminate illiteracy in the country. But Senator CHEA is not working in that direction. He's not. Because he does not want all the people to be educated. So they can challenge him. And so we are in a crisis. We are in a leadership crisis in Liberia. While countries around the world, China, Germany, and France, they are giving the people free education. Our political leaders over there, they are going around, they say they're giving scholarship. And the schools say they are devoid of quality. They don't send their children there. No. They don't do that. Those schools, they are not good for their children. They send their children to foreign schools, they call them, or they send them out of the country. But they say they give a scholarship. They don't want to straighten those public institutions in the country. They don't want to do that. Because they want their children to be the quality ones in the country. And they get substandard thing to our people. These guys are disgrace to our country. They are disgrace to our country. You are educated, but you are not even implementing the basic principle of, I'm not saying everybody, which I want, of course, but at least Jeremy Benton is saying the greater good for the greater number. The policy that Senator CHEA is implementing is not in the interest of the majority. The greater good for the greater number of people in the country or in the county. The main is for minimalism. For the greater good for the minimum number of people. That's what he is implementing. And that is sad for our county. And some of us yesterday when we were talking this man, we said that man is a lawyer. When Senator Milton Tiaja, they were eating our money, this man did not even volunteer and say, you know what, I will defend Sino County. He was nowhere to be found. All of a sudden now, he is out, dividing money all over the place. And then tomorrow, the people will go back to him to beg him, because this is not a solution to the problem. We need a systemic change. They hand out policy that you guys been doing since 1847. It's not working for the people. And people will be clapping for him. But no, I don't believe in tokenism. Political tokenism is not what we need right now. We need a policy that will make our country competitive around the world. And now what Senator CHEA going around and doing right now, they say no money in the country. But then they got money. They get scholarship funds. Who going to check? Okay, if you are the one, the policeman, to go chase people, who going to understand the CHEA? When he is a referee and a player at the same time. He's supposed to provide oversight, but now who's going to provide oversight over the so-called scholarship that he got right now? Nobody. So that's the conundrum of Liberia. Patrick, let's go to the next thing. If you have something else to say, go ahead. But I get frustrated every day. These people that we call leaders.
No. Honestly, it is frustrating actually. And the leaders, those in the legislature just need one thing to do. Just change the system. Change the system. Let the system work for everybody. Let the system work for everybody.
They don't want that.
But sadly, they will not listen. They will not listen. Let's move on to the next topic. Change the system. Let the system work for everybody. I don't know. Liberia, I'm not giving God hard now. Yeah.
So 2.2 million, if you convert it, I was doing the Google here, it's about 12,000 United States dollars. Around the 12,000. That's what it says. 2.2 million Liberian dollars equals $12,342.22. So that 12,000 and the CHEA all over down, he gave him money, $12,000. We started saying 12,000, they converted to Liberian dollars so it can sound plenty. 2.2 million. No, that $12,000. It can't even get me a good car over here, Patrick. I can go take $12,000 car right now. No, it's not a good car. That would be your old beat up car. You know, that what the man he going around, he say he gave his scholarship 2.2 million to convert it to Liberian dollars. Yes. I don't know. We are in a leadership again crisis in our country. Like you said, Patrick, they will not do stuff for everybody. They will not open the playing field for everybody to benefit because it will be a threat to them. They don't want a threat. They want to keep the people ignorant, you know, like the biblical story. You know, God put a tree in the garden, and the tree has knowledge of good and evil. It got knowledge in it. Then he told the two people, don't eat the tree that got knowledge in it. So the CHEA then, they don't want our people to be educated. So they go around and say, oh, we're giving needy children. Everybody, look at the children here. How many of the parents can afford? Let me play the video so you can look at the kids. Let me play that video
at
one more
the
time.
other level. All right, so we are providing $2.2 million to the schools in Greenville so that we can help those parents who can find it difficult to get their children registered.
Children there over there, their parents are finding it difficult to send them to school. How many of the parents in Sano that send the CHEA sponsor a law to create jobs? Everybody's struggling in our country with the exception of the political leaders, a few people that are in business. Apart from that, everybody's struggling. But he goes over there and says to struggling parents, those that are struggling. And these people in giving scholarship is not like 2% of the population of the students of the schools in the county. It's minimum less than the man is doing. I'm sorry for my county. Let's go to the next one. So people can praise those guys, but I'm not praising him. Like you said, Patrick, when he leaves, that thing is gone. The children will go back to square one. They'll go back to square one. So now let's go to the next talking point, Patrick. That's what we got. I wanted us to let me see. I think we got that. We got that. Let's go to this one. Today, of course, is September 18. Okay, and you know what that means in the history of Liberia. September 18. So I call it Remembering September 18. Blood, Laws, and Legacy. From mourning to memory, Liberians reflect on the impact of September 18, 1998. So, Patrick, I want you to zoom in on 1998 in Liberia. What is September 18? Break it down to our viewers. So, at least those that our young children that don't know that we're not in Liberia on this infamous day, so they can know. Go ahead.
Okay, so September 18, 1998 is recorded in Liberian history as one of the bloodiest days in the Civil War. It was barely 1 year after CHEA was inaugurated president of Liberia. And normally, as is reported or was reported, there's an area on Eton called Camp Johnson Road. Camp Johnson Road was inhabited by late General Roosevelt Johnson of the disbanded Ulimbo J. So Roosevelt Johnson, being a general, refused to succumb to the whims and caprices of CHEA. And he created what historians or analysts describe as a state in state. I repeat, analysts describe it as a state in state. It's almost like in Rome, you have the independent state of Vatican within the state of Rome. So it was a scenario of that nature that Johnson created. Camp Johnson Road was his entire base. Nobody, the president and his men were not allowed to be on a side. And so he remained defiant with that motive that area remained independent under his control, under his watch. I know. But again, Taylor said, no, there is one republic and there shall remain one republic. No other republic shall be in another in this republic. And September 18 was the day Chancellor attempted, was the day Chancellor made up his mind to dislodge Roosevelt Johnson and his forces from Camp Johnson Road. It turned bloody. It turned disastrous. Indeed. It was, it was horrible. And several persons lost their lives. One notable among them was a man who led about 52 to 57 men to Sino, Grand Gide, and other areas in 1993, September 30, to dislodge Taylor forces from the regions. Late General CHEA, he took his last stand, and other people died along with him in that battle. I know. So that's just a summary of what September 18 is, as we call it in history. The rest of the details will come as we go on.
All right, talking about Prince Johnson, Roosevelt Johnson. Let me play a quick video here of him.
Well, we've been invited by the chairman of ECOWAS to attend the Committee of Nine conference on Liberia because there's a total breakdown of law and order in Liberia. There's no government on the grounds because of Mr. Tiller and Nkrumah irresponsible decisions that they made. And this is the reason why we're at Accra. Tomorrow we look forward to the beginning of the meeting.
If you can recall, the Under Secretary of State for African Affairs, Mr. Bush, gave the United States government position that they wanted a ceasefire and wanted Monrovia to be free of arms, and that all of the warring parties in Liberia should attend this meeting. And the chairman of ECOWAS and the African heads of state also are concerned about the situation in Monrovia, and that's why they organized this summit. And I think,
all right, it's just a little bit of Prince Roosevelt Johnson over there. Roosevelt Johnson. So Patrick, that infamous day, September 18, 1998, will be one of those days that I will never forget. Because that was one of those days on which I lost my senior brother. You see, I mean, we cannot dismiss some of what Roosevelt Johnson and others did to keep the SARPO and the Crown people alive. There were some fights that they participated in that was justified, such as April 6th, for example. That was a war that it was justified. But you see, when you go to the ballot box and you elect a president, and then when the president takes, or that person takes over, and like you rightly said, a state in state, a country in country, you create a problem. Okay? If you don't have what it takes to defend your people, and you only use big mouth when the president speaks, then you go on radio and you say your own. Guess what? You are not only putting your life in danger, but you're also endangering the lives of the very people that you feel that you are protecting. And that's what the likes of Prince Johnson, the likes of let me pour in presentation more here. The likes of this man right here, CHEA, that's what they did to us. They were not equipped militarily. They never had the arms to fight Taylor. Taylor was the president of the country. He was well armed. His men were well armed. And these guys were on Camp Johnson Road and challenging Taylor. Whatever word the man says, they had a rebuttal to it. And that one led to the massacre that went on Camp Johnson Road. Because a man cannot be in power as a president and you challenge him. In the case of Prince Johnson, for example, Doe was the president, but when Prince Johnson and Taylor came, they had weapons. So they used the people in Nema County. Now, I'm one of the guys who said those actions were justified to go after Prince Johnson and those guys in Churchill in Nema County, because he was the president at the time. He was the president. These guys were coming to remove him from power. And he did the right thing. When you are in Nema County or other area, you move from there. Because there are people there that are coming to overthrow the government. Any country, any leader in the world, in the United States, and you go somewhere, you say you bring forces, the people will demolish that whole place. They will annihilate that whole place. But in the case of Liberia, they demonized President Doe. He killed children, he did die, all of that. No. Doe was doing, he took an oath to defend the country. Okay? But the kid, let's come back to Prince Johnson, Roosevelt Johnson, and CHEA. Those guys they were very reckless. They never had weapons to defend their people. And they did what they did. They were challenging Taylor. As a result, when Taylor came to Camp Johnson, they couldn't defend their people. They couldn't defend themselves. The innocent people put these guys, especially Roosevelt Johnson, they used human fence while Taylor men were shooting guns at these people. And my brother was one of the victims. You know, My brother was one of the victims of these guys' action. When they were going to the American embassy for refuge, and these people were shooting human beings like animals. And that's what the guys did. They put out people again. I'm not saying they never fought a just war in the country. There was some fights like CHEA then when Charles Taylor came. They went to Sano, they defended our people. That's the right thing they did. But to go on Ken Johnson Road after Taylor was elected as president and you are challenging him, that was reckless. As for today, my brother is no more. My brother should have been with me today, but he's no more. As a result of these guys, they challenge to Charles Taylor. Okay? Reckless challenge too. So that day, September 18th, it's a sad day for me. It's a horrid day for many Liberians, you know. So I see our brothers and sisters in the SARPO and POAH chat room. They say we must celebrate our heroes today. No, I'm not going to celebrate CHEA on this day when they were reckless and thousands or hundreds of our people, innocent people, dying in Liberia. They don't have anything to fight Charles Taylor, and they were challenging the man. They're playing gamble. They said they're going to disarm somebody before they can fight. What kind of nonsense is that? They kill innocent people. That's what they did. All right, guys. Patrick, if you have something else to say, let's move on to the last talking point for today. But April 6th, 18 was horrible.
I think it was a miscalculated. It was a miscalculated, plan to remain intention or action to remain undisarmed. Yes, even though Taylor could not be trusted, yes, Taylor could not have been trusted, and Roosevelt Johnson, he himself being a guerrilla, could not have trusted Charles Taylor anyhow by surrendering oil weapons, or maybe getting under his wing and caprices. But
the man was the president, so how can you still challenge the man?
Was a rebel president, but he couldn't be trusted.
No, he wasn't a rebel president. He was elected democratically. Whether you elect you or not,
he was elected. He went to Sierra Leone and he invaded Sierra Leone. Yeah, he went there to Sierra Leone. So, but anyway, it's all history now. Roosevelt and others did what they could do to defend the people, and they defend the people for the right reason against Charles Taylor. Yeah. Charles Taylor was ready to wipe people out in this country, but I think the defense of Roosevelt Johnson, Ulemo J, George Bullis, LPC, Commands, Ulemo K, and the rest of the other factions that emerged, and local defense force and all that stuff. Yeah, I think everybody did what they could do against Taylor. Because Taylor was ready to wipe people out for the tribe or for the connection or affiliation. But I think they did but I think the defense was right. Because September 18 it was not calculated well.
Yep, I agree with you again. Like I rightly said, all the wars that the guy fought, they were justified to fight Taylor. But that September 18 was a miscalculation. It was not well thought out. The man was elected as a president, and you can't be in the man country as a president. You be challenging, and you don't have anything to fight the man. As a result, the man brought people, and then they just killed people. Indiscriminately. And nobody was held accountable for the innocent people, including my brother. All right, guys. Patrick, let's move on to the next thing here. We'll bring the viewers your comments shortly. If you want to call in, you are free to call in. We'll take your call. Let's see here. So, Patrick, the last thing that I want to talk about, I'll call it 2 years in. How are SINOE'S lawmakers performing? That's what I want us to talk about before we leave. 2 years in. How are SINOE'S lawmakers performing? So I call this the subtopic to that is called SINOE'S Fix. Lawmakers on trial after 2 years on Capitol Hill. All right. Let's put the guys on trial here, Patrick. Let me start with you. You can start with anybody. We don't have to go across the board, but if you can make it, or you can do a companion analysis and just put all of them in the combo. If you do it shortly, that would be good. But let's put the guys on trial. 2 years in already. How are they doing?
Well, these guys can be tried.
Go ahead.
Okay. They can be tried ecclesiastically. Let me say. Let me put them. Okay, let me put it in 3 ways. Yeah, the ecclesiastical trial, the political, and civil. Yeah. So let's begin with the civil trial, which defines the responsibility to the people, which defines the role, which defines the function. To make laws. Are they making laws? Yes, they're making laws. They're making laws. The laws they are making, are they making impact? I'm not sure. Representation. Are they representing the people? Yes, they are representing the people. Is a representation making impact? I am not sure. Oversight. Are they performing oversight? Not very effectively. And this is what the problem is now. So let me use it 3 here. So oversight is my area. Oversight is where I'm going to grade them or put it on trial. On the count of oversight in this court of competent jurisdiction, the lawmakers are found guilty of gross negligence of oversight and responsibility. In this court, they are hereby found guilty of domicile on oversight, misuse of oversight, and abandonment of oversight. How are they? How? One, oversight tells you that as a representative, you are the eye, you are the mouth, you are the nose, you are the butt, you are everything for the people. Where the people have a problem, oversight requires you to engage with the executive, because the Constitution divides their responsibilities into 3. You see, the executive enforces the law, the legislature makes the law, and the judiciary interprets the law. So, for instance, in Greenville, all the streets are muddy, they are non-pliable, they are impassable, and they are all in archaic state, in deplorable state. All the public infrastructure in Greenville are all in dilapidation. They are in decrepitude. Where is oversight? Oversight now will tell you that public works, the streets in Greenville are all down. What's happening? Oversight will tell you that the public infrastructure there is all in ruins. So what's happening? No electricity in Greenville. Oversight will compel, will summon the LEC boss. LEC, why is it that no electricity in Greenville? The Greenville is Liberia's third original city. Why is it there is no electricity there? Oversight will tell. No school buses for the students at Sano Mall and other schools in the county. No schools at Joseph Central High, Stadio 1 High School there, and other high schools across the country. Oversight can make the inquiry. How? What's happening to the NTA or the relevant authority, education ministry, or any authority responsible for providing education buses? What's happening? So this is just misrepresentation and gross mischaracterization of responsibility by the lawmakers, doing what they are not supposed to be doing, and doing not what they're supposed to be doing. So for me, lawmaking, yes, they're making laws. The lawmaking impact are not sure. Representation, yes, they represent the people. They're making impact, no. Oversight, no. Oversight, they are zero. They are all guilty of oversight. Lastly, they took only one part of the whole thing, and it's only based on what they have taken the social component or the empowerment component of their function is what they have prioritized. And the reason why they prioritize this particular aspect is to impress the people for the next election. And their function or their activities are not based on the next generation. No, it's about the next generation or next election. So they want to build this, build that, give money, give this, scholarship, all of that. Yes, of course, personally, they are good, but that's not the kind of function, the kind of responsibility that they're supposed to be doing. Personally, they can do it, and it should not be counted as an achievement because it is not what they are supposed to be doing. However, that's what the people themselves, based on illiteracy, based on ignorance, and based on limitation of the mind, the people cherish those things. The people clap for them. The people elect them. The people go to the ballot box and vote for them based on those things. But the people don't care how many laws they make. They don't care what kind of oversight they exercise or they carry out. They don't care what kind of representation they have done. They don't care. All they care about is this person has built one toilet, or this person has given out a handout to somebody in the personally or a scholarship personally or school fees or data or whatever it is. I think that's why our democracy keeps going back and back and back and back.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Thank you. So 2 years, Sino lawmakers are on trial. So say they are on trial, let's break them one at a time so we can put it on trial. You know, the poor say charity begins at home and ends abroad. So I'm going to start from my home first. What that means, I'm starting from my district. District number 3, Sino County. And then I will go to district number 1. Or should I do it in chronological order? So let me do it numerical chronological order, right? So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. All right. So let's start with district number 1 representative, Romeo Kuya. Romeo Kuya is first on trial. He's on the trial bench of ZARZAR, ESOTERIC, the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors. So when Romeo was running for office 2 years ago, Romeo ran on adequate representation. Mr. Kuya ran on healthcare delivery system. Mr. Kuya ran on development. I don't know what that means. He ran on women empowerment, youth empowerment, and rehabilitation, and agricultural development. These are the things Mr. Romeo Kuya ran on when he wanted the votes of the people of Sino County Electoral District number 1. 2 years. Again, we are putting the lawmakers on trial. 2 years in office. Now, Patrick said the lawmakers are providing oversight. Patrick said the lawmakers are representing the people. Patrick said the lawmakers are making laws. Respectfully, I disagree with my brother. Respectfully. I don't see the representation of Romeo Quia in the Capitol building. I don't see the representation of Alexander Noah in the Capitol building. I don't see the representation of Samson Weah in the Capitol building. I don't see the representation of Augustine CHEA in the Capitol building. I don't see the representation of Oman Crichton Duncan in the Capitol building. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. Mr. Quia told us adequate representation. And Mr. Quia has now spoken more than 10 times in the Capitol building. As a matter of fact, when he speaks, he does not speak for the people of Sino County or District Number 1. No, he does not. Mr. Quia said there will be healthcare delivery in Sino County when he gets to power. The healthcare system in Sino County is horrible. It is terrible in Sino County. When you go to a hospital in Sino County, you are going there to accelerate your death. That's why you are going to the hospital for, because nothing there. To get gloves are not even in the hospital in Sino County. Mr. Quia does not go to the hospital in Sino County when he is sick because nothing there. He does not trust the medical professional that are there. The development, you talking about development? I don't know. Where is the development? No development in Sino County. The entire country of Liberia, there is no development. But Romeo Quia, when he ran 2 years ago, he said he was going to bring development. We are not seeing anything in District Number 1. And District Number 1 has the capital city of Sino County, Greenville. That's what Greenville is. The logging trucks, the foreign trucks, machines that go to Sino County, when they're taking our logs, our resources, no vehicle can get stuck in the city center. That's how bad it is. But Mr. Quia said he's bringing development to Sino. Women empowerment. Oh no, the women in Sino are being raped. Nothing is being done by Romeo Quia. Our women are in jeopardy. They are not in school. But he said you're bringing women empowerment. How do you empower women? Number one, they must be educated. They must have access to health care. They must have access to jobs. That way they will not go chase after politicians to have sex with them so that they can get them a few dollars. No, Mr. Quia is not doing anything in that direction. Where's the youth empowerment in Sino County? Agriculture is nowhere in Sino County. The people still look out to foreigners to bring rice in the country. We don't have Romeo Quia farm in Sino County. So these are political rhetoric. They give our people rhetoric, free talks. And when they get to power, they dress. They wear the latest ring, gold ring. You see the big master ring that Romeo Quia wearing. So when he talk about development, he's talking about self-development. He's talking about himself. So the gold ring, the diamond rings, and where the last fancy coats in the store. That's what Romeo is there for. Representation, zero. The other time he had a press conference and turning Grispe Farm or village into a city. Just to change the title, the name. That's what Romeo Quia said he's doing. I don't know what? Is that what the man can do for Sino? The man who calls himself a doctor to change the name of a village to a city? A big village, Grispe Farm, he's saying taking it to a city, Grispe Farm City or whatever you call it. That's number one, Romeo Quia. Lawmaking, zero. Representation, zero. Oversight, zero. He's not there. They're saying 200,000 they're giving Sino, saying Joseph Jenkins Rabotan. Since those guys got there, it can't improve. It can't change. It's the same thing that go for Sino County. So they are not representing us. No, they are not. Because when you go somewhere and things are still the same and nothing is changing, you are not doing anything. You are maintaining the status quo. So let's bring on district number 2 because we're going in numerical order now. So we bring something where too. He ran on developing district number 2 and building roads and doing all sort of things, make all those different promises. Something where has not sponsored one bill. Nothing. During the conflict, he started with a majority black. They were sleeping in hotels. And there people were suffering in Sino County. He was the one at the table when they were dividing the national cake, we should call the budget. Sino County budget did not increase. The same thing, 200,000. that Ellen Johnson said leading the put in the budget. But you know why increased? Their budget increased. How is it that 103 lawmakers and their staff they can have 60 to 30 million in the budget? On a job where it was 64 million the last time I looked at it. On a Joseph Bucker that 30 plus million, 36 million. But they counted with a large number of people. They don't even get 20 million. They get in 200,000. And that's all that something we can do. And something we has joined Romeo Pia to say, you know what, the SARPO board should not have their own county. Even though he is not advocating for the people condition to be improved. He joined Romeo Pia, who is the enemy of his own people. He joined Sonny Bondoa, who is the enemy of his own people. He said, yes, I will join these guys so we can continue to oppress you guys because we are not doing anything for you. So something we are joining those guys. Something we are saying you're going to build roads in district number 2, Sino County. There was yellow machine parading all over on Facebook. We can see the yellow machine in Sino County. Nowhere. No one single road in this main district. When you see the schools our children go to, like animals, they don't care. They don't care. No representation, no law, nothing. No roads in this main district. 2 years in office, even though you were there before he completed a number slot term. And his second year, he's serving his own term right now. But we don't see anything in district number 2, Sino County. In one of the backwards districts in Sino County. The other day, I played a bridge, a Dubai River Bridge, it collapsed. That thing broke down. Unfortunately, I took the video down. That thing was horrible. Yes, the current road.
Today I decided to do some video again. Oh, my people, sometimes I will put it in the colloquial, sometimes I will turn it in a standard English guy. I want for everybody to understand this video. Yeah. So I said, okay, me can eat on. I got on car. I said, me can eat on. But then I said, okay, me do recording instead of me coming here on helicopter because helicopter will not be able to do the recording for people to see. I said, no, I can play the money. No. Let me get on the car. Go on the car. I said to me, we need to sit and see how Sino County road can be looking to go there. It can be easy. See in a video there, you will see the 2 guys. They stuck up in the mud. Yeah, you see the truck and here, like I was saying the truck. That truck that you check it out there, and I'm still on there for 1 week, 2 weeks. You don't even know something that what can happen on the road. Really, really bad. So yeah, so it will stick there now, and then the people be able to be digging it. So see how the mud. The funny thing about the Sino County road, yeah, you can wear sandal or slipper together. You have to wear boots. Because if you wear boots, at least you'll be able to pass through the mud to be able to walk. Because sometimes you can get down, you're the passenger, and you can get down from the car. You'll be able to walk on the road. See how the mud looking? You see how deep and slippery it can be looking. Don't see it over looking dry. But when you enter inside, you call that one trap. Yes. That trap also air can be dry inside, it can be wet. So yeah, you see how the whole Sino County road can be looking, my people. So
all right, that's it for you. Those are the roads in Sino County. Something we are counting. Nothing. When you leave district number 2, district number 2 again is the most backwards county in a district in Sino County. Because they have a horrible leader. And then when you leave that, you go to district number 3, my own district, Sonny Noah. And one thing is consistent of all these pictures that I'm showing. You see all the guys, they are all shining. They're wearing the latest gold and diamond rings. Something we are wearing the latest African garment. That thing is very expensive. You got Sonny Noah and Romeo Pia, they're competing with rings. Who will wear the bigger ring? Who will wear the most expensive ring? They're going competition. This is number 2. This is number 3 in Sino County. Alex Sonny Noah. He ran on the slogan of generational change. The generation is dying in Sino County. In district number 3. The generation that Sonny Noah came to change, the generation is dying, perishing in poverty, a lack of education, no jobs. The children are begging Sonny Noah to survive. That's how bad it is in district number 3. The man is on political tokenism like CHEA. They will go there and watch a building, and the people will celebrate them. And when he leaves, you go eat $75 bowl of fruit. a Royal Hotel. Sonny Boy Noah has not sponsored one single bill since he been in the Capitol building 2 years ago. He has not spoken on the floor for the people of Sino County. Not once. The only time Sonny Boy Noah spoke, let me show you the video. The only time he spoke on the floor. And no, you don't take it from me. Let me just play the video so you can hear what Sonny Boy Noah was advocating for.
The reason we are asking for the second letter to be treated separately because of the sensitivity nature of it. Mr. Speaker, our staff, they are the engine of our offices. When you look at the way our staff are being paid, when you do the competitive nature in terms of equilibrium across government, then our staff are being paid peanut money. Given this reason, all of the lawmakers
okay, that's Sonny Boy Noah for you. That's the only thing you advocate for. We sent Sonny Boy, we the people of Sino County District Number 3, we sent him to the Capitol building to advocate for us. Well, what Sonny Boy Noah was advocating for his staff. His staffers, the man was advocating for. And when you look at our staff, how much we pay our staff, when you compare it to other ministry, we are giving them peanut change. That the man talking, he giving the people that are working for them peanut change. That what they giving them. So that what that the man was crying over his own sin that he was committing or he is committing in the Capitol building. The people that work for you and you give them peanut change and you are wearing ring that the children cannot afford. That's why we say something about no, the man becomes oblivious to the people in his district. He could not speak for us first. He had to put his staff first. Even though that he the one cheating his staff. They're the lawmaker, they're cheating the staff, the people that work for them, they cheat them because they want to pour all the money in their pockets. So for 2 years, Sonny Boy Noah paying the people that are working for him peanut change. He said, not me. Peanut change. How much you are paying the children that are working for him or the staffers that work for him? They can't afford to send their children to school with the salary Sonny Boy Noah giving them. They can't afford to go to the medical service. No medical facility in that place anyway. Because when you go there, you got to buy your own medicine. You got to buy your own stationery, everything. Sonny Boy Noah alone is the one that enjoy. He comes to the U.S. He goes and start Southwest Philadelphia. He does not meet with any agency. He does not go to one of the top universities in the U.S., the University of Pennsylvania. He goes over there. He go to Southwest Philadelphia. He sits down, and then he goes back home, and they celebrate him. That's how he does. He can't go lobby for his people. He is not doing anything for us in the Capitol building either. Like Samson Weir, like Romeo Quia, they saying $200,000 that Ellen Johnson Sally and other people they put in the budget. Send 19 we. The same money that they can increase. But their salaries, their budget increasing, the lawmakers. And they say the guys are 2 years in office. Nothing has changed. Since Sonny Boy Noah, who said his generational change, the same thing that was going on in Sino County, the same thing going on. Because Romeo Quia, I don't expect anything new from him because he's been in the business forever. He did not make any change. I wasn't surprised. Something weird is a new guy, but he disappointing us. All right? But Sonny Boy Noah, I'm the youngest lawmaker, and I will make difference. The children are suffering in Sino County, in District Number 3. The man that Sonny Boy Noah house get electricity in Sino County. The man will brag, say, I want to electrify my mountain town. And everywhere else in Sino County is dark. He whitewash the capital, the town hall, the city hall, they call it. The man could not afford to put one AC in that building. During the July 26th celebration, that man was sweating. The people sweating in that place. They carry one fan there to blow Sonny Boy Noah. But going Sonny Boy Noah mansions he built across Sino County. All of them got AC in it. They got air conditioner in them. But when people are suffering, they can't find jobs. The children are being raped. Nothing is being done to the girls. And these are the people who depend on 2 years gone already. And nothing. We are putting these guys on trial today. So let's bring the two senators here. Well, Senator Augustine CHEA, you see what he's doing. The man is a minimalist. He does not believe in the Liberian Constitution because the Constitution, Article 6 says the people, there should be mass education of the people and elimination of illiteracy in the country. Augustine CHEA is not implementing that portion of the Constitution. He's not doing mass education of the people. He's doing minimalistic education of the people. He gave 2% scholarship here and there. It's not a mass. It's not a large population. It's not Jeremy Benton philosophy, the greater good for the greater number. The man is doing greater good for the minimum, for the least of these. He has not sponsored one bill. Every day you go on Senator CHEA's page in Facebook, he's talking about law and preaching law. But he just sponsored one bill. The people in San County are suffering. No jobs. I mean, inflation all over the place. He's not doing anything. He just writes. He gave me scholarship right now, 2.2 million, which is about what, 12,000 US dollars. And why you going around right now? When you ask him where you take the money from, they will not tell you anything. Because he's the policeman, he's the player, and everything. You can't ask me. He's the player and the referee at the same time. He's supposed to provide oversight, provide money, put money in the budget, and then provide oversight over the money. But now he is implementing. He's the judicial. He's part of the lawmaking, and then at the same time the implementer. He's doing the executive job. Okay, so San County, we are done. Clayton Donkey Park is the worst. Let's listen to Clayton Donkey in his own words. Why I say he's the worst. Listen to him.
Say publicly that corruption in this country constitutes 20% of our suffering that we are suffering in this country. The real reason that we are suffering is the international effort to keep us suffering. Because it is by our suffering that they enjoy the lifestyle or the way of life in the country. What they need to survive, they do not have. It is us that have it, the black man, the African man.
Okay, Clayton Donkey said the corruption in the country is 20%. And when you go ahead with that video, he said the 20%, I didn't want to have that 20%, they commit 20% of corruption. So basically they get 20% of the resources, and the 80% goes to, because he blaming foreigners. Okay, they are the one running the country, but he blaming other people outside. They get 80% and they get 20%. Corruption, 20% corruption. That's why he said they are responsible for it in the country. Okay, so you know already that you are not getting anything, because when you get 100% and then the corruption, 20% goes to the lawmaker and the other 80% goes to foreigner, what do people get? You are not getting anything. So that's why you are suffering in the country. The guys and the foreigners, they are sharing your resources. That's what Clayton Donkey told you. He said, in a public manner, we get 20% of the corruption that's going on in the country is for us, and the 80% the foreigners. Now the way people doing it, the foreigners that they don't want doing it, even though he is in power, he is a lawmaker in the country, but he blaming other people. If Clayton Donkey were outside of government, they'll say okay, but he is in government. And you say, you know what, we get 20% of corruption, and then the 80% goes to foreigners. Okay? So you see your problem in the country, you're not getting anything. The 100% bench share already, 2080. The people get nothing in it. No law. He was a representative. He did not, for 6 years, the man did not sponsor one bill. He never sat in a building for like 1 week. He was always out of the country. We used to call him a foreign lawmaker. All right? So 2 years in office now. Well, it's the same thing for what's so ridiculous. We put the same people back. Patrick, we've been on for a while, and I think I can beat on the guys all day, but we're just putting them on trial for their 2 years in office. Yeah, I don't see anything new.
Yeah, I think on the personal note, I mean, they are doing well. Yeah, on a personal note, all I want to see is a change of the system. Yeah, let the lawmakers must have the courage to change the system so the system works for everybody. Yeah. Because you will not be lawmaker forever. No. You will not be lawmaker forever. If the system works for everybody, he who does not make use of the system, it is not your fault as a lawmaker. In the worst, the system opens opportunity for everybody. Those who choose to work, they are working. Those who choose not to work, they are home. Those who choose to do other things, they are doing what they can do. But at least the system is available anytime to walk to an entity and say, I want to work. Just meet the requirements. It can be done here in Liberia too. Every day, our leaders go to America. All of them, besides President Bwaka, most of them got their education from Liberia, from America. All of them got their education from Liberia, from the US. So all the good things that they learned from the US, why are they not bringing it back home? Why is the system in Liberia teaching them? Why is it hard to change? So I think I was talking on a personal note, he's doing well. That the people feel that, and the people believe that the personal achievements of the lawmakers are better than the what are you looking for? That the personal achievements of the lawmakers are better than their legislative achievements. The people to the lawmakers agree. Of course, you can make all the good laws, the people will not vote. They will not vote for you. They will not clap for you. They will not appreciate you. But when you go back to them and you carry hand out to them, they praise you. They like you. They celebrate you. And that's the kind of system we have. So that's it. Again, let me say my condolences to before I close in, let me just say my condolences to the family of my old man, Signity Sion. He's from Pelicon in Putu district. Yeah, he died on Sunday. My condolences to the Putu family there in the US, says Vera Sion. My condolences to all of you. Let me say again, congratulations to the GGAA family for an incredible inauguration, successful one too. I'm wishing all of you who have come down with cold. I'm wishing all of you speedy recovery. My thoughts and prayers are with you. I'm wishing you, well. Get the treatment, get better, and let's continue the work we are doing. Again, the new leaders of the USAA, President Mannen. It's been a while. We have not heard new things about his administration. Maybe he's still putting up his cabinet. Hope to see him roll out some actions in the administration, very very soon. Finally, I want to remind everyone, all of you in the diaspora, in the Putu community, the Putu people, remember. Oh my phone is going on. What you see, my?
Yeah, I put him in backstage. Patrick, you good? All right, Patrick did well. So, guys, yeah, that's how we're bringing this show to an end today. I want to say thank you so much. As usual, I went through your comments. I don't see a specific. I think somebody was talking about was still in power in 1996. No, we're talking about September 18, 1998. Taylor got elected 97. All right, so yes, we're talking about two different time frame here. All right, guys, so we want to say thank you for following us always. All right, for always following us, make sure and subscribe to our YouTube page. Yes, Voice of Sino in the Diaspora is our YouTube page. Please go there and subscribe to our YouTube page. Yes, and hit the notification button. Always, we are here every Thursday at 12, latest 1 p.m. Eastern. I leave my time. But again, I want to say thanks to Sarah for joining us today. Thanks to my man Patrick, always here. We'll always be here to give information that you need, things that are happening. We want to flag them. Like Prince, we want to say thanks to Prince Double, the host of the Prince Double Show, for joining us as well. What Prince is doing is what I'm doing here. We all have to hold each other accountable. We hold ourselves accountable first, and we hold other people accountable. Or the other people also hold us accountable. That's how we build a good society. All right. So some of us, they see us as problem. We shouldn't talk about things, but no, when you give it to me, I will talk about it. If you don't give it to me, I will not manufacture it. Okay, that's what I say here. We want to say thanks to EDITH POAH for being the leader she is. I think leadership is not, it does not mean you should always roll over. At a certain point, you have to stand up to people. You have to discipline your disciples. You got to issue disciplinary measures when they are not proceeding the right way. Their philosophy of turning the cheek all the time, it does not work in every situation. The philosophy of, when they go low, you go high, it does not always work. Sometimes you contradict those things or you come to the personal level. If the U.S. had not gone after Ben Laden, they wouldn't have killed him. They would say, oh, let's do that Martin Luther King philosophy. We shall overcome the sink. No, that's not how you do it. And that's why during the struggle, I would have been with Malcolm X. That's the philosophy. If you don't bother me, I will not bother you. You can't in my space, you get me to contend with. Okay? So that's how you do it. So I want to say thanks to all of you that follow us. Yes. Make sure when we get on the show, you share. I'm following the viewers, those of you that are sharing the show. I really do appreciate you. I'm seeing all those that are sharing, and we are taking note. And those that are not sharing, we are also taking note. All right? But that being said, anytime you have something to share, you want to be our guest, by all means, inbox me or reach out to Patrick or any of our contributors on the show, and so that you can have your view heard. Don't be afraid when we are here. Any topic that we broach, you want something to say, you have something to contribute, by all means, just say, we want to send me the link, share your email with me or whatever. I can bring you all the numbers. We can put the numbers up there for you. That being said, that's how we're bringing the curtain down for today. I want to say thank you so much for always being here. I want to say again, happy birthday to my mama. Wish her many more happy returns. Sweet mama, my food already, always, anytime I go to Philly, the food there, I can eat all the food all day. She always cooking for me. My wife, we go there, we go to go. She will say, no cooking for you today. You'll take a break. I got you. All right, guys. That's how we're doing it for the day. We want to say thank you so much. And mama, we love you forever and ever. All right, so I'm closing music. All right, I'm closing music. I got to get my music. And we'll be out for today. All right, where's my music? Let's see.
How? Wait. Agiwa. Mama Ilepo. National President. Branch the Association in America. Also, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And then you people, I know it. Yes, sir. Yes, I do. I sing away, more than okay. I say, I sing away, the VP. Also, yes, I know. I say, oh, yeah, demand the mega. Your baggage, Zama, you are not the